So we're gonna do this. I want to focus on one line, okay? Maybe two. Verse 23. Give me verse 23. I'll be glad. Okay, leave it there. Begin from verse 22, but leave it so I can see verse 22 too. So he breathed on them and said, "Receive ye the Holy Spirit. If you forgive the sins of any, their sins have been forgiven. If you retain the sins of any, they've been retained." Okay? Sin is only present in the world because there is no forgiveness. Are you okay? I didn't write it. He said it, right? If you forgive anyone their sins. It didn't say if priests do. Didn't say if pastors do. Didn't say if the government does. It says if you do. So maybe it's time for us to stop complaining that there's sin in the world and start practicing forgiveness. So I don't think that the master was just talking. But you can't forgive truly unless you have life. You can't forgive truly unless you have life. Okay? So the reason Jesus breathed on them, in this passage at least, remember, is so that they will have the divine capacity to remove sin or to retain sin. You know, the Pharisees, our brothers, because you don't want to be called Pharisee, but actually Pharisees were very righteous people. Jesus attacked them a lot, but he acknowledged that they were very righteous. And without him, without the Pharisees, Christianity would have never survived. It's the principle of the Pharisees that allowed Christianity to survive and become a global religion, because they were the Jewish evangelists and the ones who went out to bring Judaism to the world. And Paul, that's why God chose Paul. Specifically, because only the Pharisees knew how to do that. So you can call somebody a Pharisee and go up and down, we know what the Pharisees are. But remember, historically, Christians are descendants of the Pharisees. Not Pharisee in terms of hypocrisy, but in terms of theological articulation and what? And the capacity to bring other people into the faith. So it is not, these things in the world are never either or. Okay? We are the ones who keeps doing that stuff of complete division. But let's get back to talking about this. He breathed on them. I said I'm going to focus on one verse, but let's look at it this way. He first of all came to them and said to them again what? Peace be unto you. The reason you don't forgive is because you don't have peace. You can blame the other person and talk about them as much as you want. I'm not saying they were right. Okay? Because I say, oh, preachers tell us to just forget about it. I'm not telling you that. But to repeat what I have said in this church over and over again, your anger does nothing against the person that you're angry with. When have you been angry with someone and all of a sudden they exploded? Some of us think if something happens to them it's because I was angry, and then your anger has nothing to do with anything. The only person that's getting exploded is you. So you can't forgive unless you have peace. So Jesus speaks peace first, right? Peace be unto you. What is peace? What does Jesus mean by peace? Does he mean that everything around you is completely calm? Does it mean that there are no people committing sins around you? Does it mean that the unbelievers stop being unbelievers? That the people who are crazy stop being crazy? That all those people who are just completely nuts and bonkers around you, that they stop being nuts and bonkers? No, he doesn't mean that. He didn't say, peace be around you. He never said that. He said, peace be to you. Peace be to you. My peace I give to you. Very specific. It's about your peace. It's not about the peace of the world the way you want it. It's not about everybody being calm and everybody getting in line. Because we'll talk about real unity in a second. Okay? Because a lot of the stuff we do in life that hurts us has to do with the fact that we've not received the peace of God. I'm a believer, therefore I have the peace of God. I want to tell you something. You have peace with God, but you don't have the peace of God. Those are two different things. You have peace with God. That means God's not mad at you. Oh no, let's put it this way. God has peace with you. You don't even have peace with God. Is there something goes wrong? You will fight God all day and complain and be restless. So when we say that you have peace with God, we are actually just talking nonsense. Because you don't. Because the level of quarrel you have with God, the level of discontent you have with the divine, doesn't allow you to actually be at peace. So, maybe what Jesus was saying, not maybe, I think I know that what he was saying was that you should somehow find a deeper serenity within you so that you can be able to do what? Forgive other people. You can't do that without inner serenity. People who don't have inner peace make trouble out of every encounter. You may say a lot of stuff about why it is that you're quarreling with the other person, but the issue is not them. Doesn't mean they are not jerks. You know, or like my son Ron told one of his wife's friend, he said he met a guy, and Ron, I'm using your joke, I know you're listening. He met a guy, and the guy was Jacus Tremendous. So he went tell the lady, he said the guy was a Jacus Tremendous. He said, what does that mean? He said, is that Latin? Ron said, Ron knows it. Just said, oh, that's Latin for jerk, tremendous jerk. So she went home and told her husband, did you know Ron spoke Latin? And she said, he said the guy was Jacus Tremendous, and the man fell over and started laughing. Because you know the friends want to kill you when you do stuff like that. So she comes and says, that's not Latin. Of course not Latin, but you have people in your life who are Jacus Tremendous. Okay, old Latin for being a jerk. A tremendous one. But pig Latin, whatever. But the truth, you have these people around you. But they don't have the impact you make them have on you. They don't have the power that you give them about your context. They don't have close to what you think they have. So if you carry restlessness, even a good thing done to you will be interpreted as evil. And God forbid someone should do something wrong to you. You will repeat the story over and over and over again and make everyone around you restless because you have no peace in you. And we justify ourselves. I'm repeating myself. We justify ourselves in our restlessness because we think I'm justified because of what he said to me, because of what she said to me. You're not the only one. You're not alone in this stuff. We all get into this thing. And the reason is because we do not practice peace. So how do you